Hello guys, today's article comes from the Daily Sheeple, August 13th, 2017. 91 volcanoes found under Arctic ice, big blow to climate alarmists. In addition to the 47 volcanoes already known about currently sleeping under the Arctic ice, scientists have found more. They discovered 91 additional volcanoes in Antarctica, now the largest volcanic region on Earth. I had to let that one sink in for a minute. Antarctica, now the largest volcanic region on Earth. This is a big blow to those who think melting polar ice is the sole fault of humans. The project by Edinburgh University researchers has revealed that almost 100 volcanoes, the highest discovered volcano, is as tall as the Eiger, a popular peak to traverse in the Swiss Alps, which stands at almost 4,000 meters, which is 13,000 feet, in Switzerland. Before the discovery, the densest concentration of volcanoes in the world was that of East Africa's volcanic ridge. Geologists say this huge region in Antarctica is likely to dwarf that of Africa. You won't read about this in the mainstream media, because volcanic eruptions may not reach the surface in Antarctica, but they definitely melt the ice from beneath and drastically destabilize the entire region. No amount of carbon tax or global warming initiative would stop a volcano from melting polar ice, but that likely won't stop alarmists from blaming volcanic activity on global warming. A quick glance at the map below, let's see, there it is, put out by Plate Climatology, shows that the melting ice, glacial ice, is indeed caused by volcanic activity under the Arctic ice and not global warming or human-induced climate change, as most would like us to believe. The activity of the range could have worrying consequences. If one of these volcanoes were to erupt, it could further destabilize West Antarctica's ice sheets, said a glacier expert Robert Bingham, one of the paper's authors. Anything that causes the melting of ice, which an eruption certainly would, is likely to speed up the flow of ice into the sea. The big question is, how active are these volcanoes? That's something we need to determine as quickly as possible. The Edinburgh Volcano Survey reported in the Geological Society's special publication series. They said the research involved studying the underside of the West Antarctica ice sheet. The researchers were looking for hidden peaks of basalt rock. Basalt rock is volcanic, similar to those produced by the region's other volcanoes. Their tips actually lie above the ice and have been spotted by polar explorers over the past century. To find out how many of these hidden peaks lie below the ice, the study analyzed measurements made by previous surveys, which involved the use of ice-penetrating radar. Then they compared those results to satellite data and geological records. We were amazed, Bingham said. We had not expected to find anything like that number. We almost trebled the number of volcanoes known to exist in West Antarctica. We also suspect that there are even more on the bed of the sea that lies under the Ross ice shelf. Scientists claim that there could be huge implications for life on Earth if one of these massive volcanoes decided to go off, melting enormous amounts of Arctic ice. The biggest implication is perhaps how bad this news is for governments around the globe raking in billions of dollars to combat, quote, climate change. Without humans being the cause of the ice melt, who would the government tax? It's hard to tax a volcano. But that doesn't mean that volcano is not going to tax us. I was alive and I was around in Portland, Oregon when Mount St. Helens went off. And we got buried under ash and stuff here. And in fact, I was here when it actually went off. But I was living in Oak Harbor up on Whidbey Island, which is about the center of west side of Washington. So I've been pretty close, and I just like to say that destruction we saw there, that was awesome to behold. And if something like that were to happen in Antarctica, I can only scarcely imagine what the damage would be. So, sorry, climate change people. You can't tax a volcano. Sorry, climate change people. You can't tax a volcano. Y'all have a good day.